Yo, what's up? What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you. Thank y'all for being here. We greatly appreciate it. Today we got a nice little show set up for you today. So of course we got always our few topics that we're gonna get into today, and today's gonna be a very, very interesting one, of course. And we're gonna go over a few topics as far as fitness, miscellaneous. You usually like to do dark humor with the economy, and then we're gonna tap into AI. So of course, you know how things are going on in this world right now. And you know, sometimes AI can be a crazy thing, but you know, we gotta add a little bit of humor into it with the fitness and the dark humor. When we get to the dark humor segment, let's hopefully you're not too sensitive about the situation. If he is, get the hell on somewhere else. But anyway, right now we're streaming on multiple platforms. We're on Twitch, we're on Kick, and we're on YouTube. If we're on YouTube, do me a favor. When you see that little thumbs up right there, hit that like button on YouTube to get the algorithm out. To go ahead and get this message to everybody else. And if you're on Twitch and Kick, drop a follow as well as drop a follow on YouTube as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, just let me hear something. But yeah. But as always, man, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully, if you're at work, this will give you something to do, something to help you pass by the time, to kind of get you through the work day, get you through your shift, because, you know, you gotta have something to do. I know your boss is probably pissing you off, making you mad and upset, and that's all right. That's okay. That's what I'm here for. You know, probably caught you after your lunch break. You probably got about 3 or 4 more hours left. Probably sitting there frustrated, angry, want to cuss your boss out, slap your coworker, pedigree somebody else, but hey, and put your headphones on and, you know, just go ahead and listen in and see what we got going on. Peek down at your phone every once in a while or whatever you got going on, and let your boy take care of you, because I greatly appreciate you for being here, and hopefully I can do that for you. So yes. So like always, man, hit the like button, hit a follow, and let's go ahead and tune in and get into this show. So first things first, of course, go give a special shout out to a few people that tapped in earlier. So I want to go ahead and thank them real quick. Good looking out. Let me see. Make sure I do it right before I mess it up. Okay, I did mess it up. We did it right. Next one. Next bet. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the show, and we're gonna start off with our fitness segment. You know, I need to start putting like little banners right here across the bottom to let you know what segment we're in. That's what I should. That is actually what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna have little banners across the bottom so we know what segment that we're doing as we go along through the show. That would be great. I'm gonna start adding that. So next show, know that we'll have banners across the bottom. I would do it right now, but we can't do it. We can't do it live. Nah, we're not gonna do it live. We not. Anyhow, we're gonna tap into the first segment of today, which is going to be fitness. Fitness, of course, because you know your boy loves fitness. You know, because it's what I do. I do fitness on my YouTube channel with home workouts and all that good stuff, and I do online fitness coaching and everything else. So it's always a good thing for me to tap into the fitness world and see what's going on out there, and see if anybody is doing anything good, anything bad, if there's any good, you know, transformation stories, or if they're just epic fails at the gym that one must adhere to and get a good laugh at. So we're gonna start off here with this first one that we got up here. And the first one that we got a man and a woman. They're playing, it looks like they're playing with the weighted ball. Let me go ahead and put that up on the screen for you real quick so you can see what's going on. All right, so as you see on the screen, you got a man and a woman. They got 3 boxes up in front of them, and it looks like they got the weighted ball, you know, a little heavy ball or whatnot. They throw over and catch, and throw over and catch. At least is what I think they're going to be doing. And let's see how this situation pans out. So let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Let's roll the footage. Oh no. Oh. Nah, man, she almost had it. She got hit and she was like, she got whopped in the face. Let's catch it back. Now, as you can see what was going on, if you really pay attention and look, dude was really like slowing down the pace for her. Like, look, he was actually going slower because he knew, you know. He couldn't go as fast as he wanted to, because he knew if he did, he would have hit her early a long time ago. And he almost did right there. See, he's slowly picking up the pace, but not realizing it. But bam, there it goes. She gets whopped in the face. Just gets one of those right up in her face. She's trying to keep up, man, but she ain't doing nothing but slowing him down. And even though she's in way better shape than he is, I mean, she still can't keep up with the man. I mean, he's just moving at a regular man pace, and she just can't keep up with him, poor thing. But that's okay. That's okay. She tried. She made a big effort. She did what she could. But hey, shout out to him. You know what I mean? You can't ever knock the work out. So let's go ahead and give them a round of applause for still getting the work out in. Yes, sir. We still got to show them love. All right, so the next one we got. This one here is, this has got to be, I'm going to say, this one, personally, man, this was, if you, how do I say this? If this was the way that you end up exiting this world, it would suck to have this playing in the background while it's going on, while it's happening. But anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and pull the footage up on the film. Let's see what happens. All right, so we got a man who's maxing out on bench press. He's doing 180 kilograms, which to my understanding, if those are four, he has 4 plates on each side. So there's 4 45-pound plates on each side. So he's doing 405. So salute to him, first off, for being able to get underneath 405. But let's see how it turns out for him. So let's go ahead and roll the footage. Here we go.
180 kilograms. Alrighty, what do we have here? We have a guy benching 4 plates, aka around 180 kilograms. It's like, Jesus. And he's got clips on as well, so he's pretty much trapped there. It's now on his neck. It's suffocating. The esophagus is getting crushed. This is hard to watch. Mate, he's fighting for his life there. 180 kilograms on his throat right now. With some very peaceful music in the background, mate. This is going to be like severely bruised, possibly irreversible damage there. This is why you always bench without clips if you're doing it by yourself, or you got a spotter there if you think you're gonna fail. Mate, this is so dangerous. Jesus. Okay. Alrighty, what do we have here? We have a guy benching 4 plates, aka around 180 kilograms.
Man. Now the whole time, now he lived, as we saw, he didn't exit the earth just yet, thank God. So let's go ahead and give him a round of applause for staying alive. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a round of applause for that one. But I mean, now the whole time this is going on, he's got the Osley brothers playing in the background. That's got to be the most worst song to be playing. I mean, well, I don't even know why you're playing it in the gym, but then again, I can't talk because I do sometimes be jamming R&B when I'm in the gym, but it's in my headphones and I'm not trying to do no max reps by myself. You know what I mean? I know better. So he's sitting here playing the Osley brothers in the background. Oh man. And let's just run it one more time. Here we go.
It's like, Jesus. And he's got clips on as well, so he's pretty much trapped there. It's now on his neck. It's suffocating. The esophagus is getting crushed.
You got a grown man serenading.
This is hard to watch.
While all this is happening,
mate, he's fighting for his life there.
Man.
180 kilograms on his throat right now. With some very peaceful music.
Just look at it. We'll turn off the music, the sound, and just watch, and just know that in the background there's a man serenading him, and in the song he's saying, "Make me say it again, girl." While this dude is just suffering over here. I mean, I don't know why you would do a max rep with no help. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point of you maxing out, to see if you can lift it at least once. So you're gonna need some help, but my man said, "No, I don't need no help." And it's a wrap right there. Boy, oh boy. Oh man, he's gonna have to hold an L on that one, man. I'm gonna just have to just give him just. Bad choice. Bad choice. Don't do that no more. No. Yeah. So, thank God that he lived. He didn't die. Thank God that he lived. He is still here with us, ladies and gentlemen, roaming the earth, getting to breathe good oxygen and all that good stuff. So let's be grateful that he's still here and he made it, because he had 405 pounds on his neck. pushing on his neck, you know what I mean? So that's gotta be painful. I mean, it is. Anyhow, let's see what's the next one that we got here. We have, let me see, where is it? We got, okay, so we have a like little bitty compilation of multiple fails going on. So we're gonna see a few different people that's gonna go through some things, and you're gonna see a couple of fails from a multitude of people doing stuff. So we're just gonna sit back and watch and see how each person has their own epic gem failed as they go on throughout their reps that they're trying to do. So let's go ahead and pull up the footage, and always remember, if you're doing weight that you cannot handle or you think that it's going to be questionable, have somebody spot you. Have somebody spot you. Don't be out there just trying to be super brave and super strong. Have someone spot you, because you could really off yourself. It's happened on camera. So just be careful out there. But I'm not going to show anybody getting offed, and I'm not into like badly broken bones and broken. I ain't going to show that. That's something I don't even want to see. So I wouldn't like put you in a predicament to where you're watching something and you're like, oh, is he gonna? No, I don't want to see nobody get murked with weights and barbells crushing them and bones breaking the wrong way. I don't want to see that. So that's one thing you ain't got to worry about me. So at least when we see something, you'll be able to stomach it. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna watch a little compilation of a few fitness fails, and we're gonna start off with this guy right here. And of course, the squat is always the worst fail to have. But here we go. Let's get it started. Let's see what it is. This one's kind of painful though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh no. Okay, hold on, y'all. 1 second. I gotta hit the good old refresh button. I'm gonna bring it back. All right, let's try again. Here we go. First one's kind of painful though. This one does like it hurts though. Oh. Ooh, on the noggin. He's good. Oh. Almost had it. If you're at home, you're good. If you're at a gym, that's gonna be expensive. Buddy, what are you doing? Yeah, of course. That last one was gonna hurt. So round of applause to everyone who didn't get seriously injured. Kudos to all of you guys who didn't get seriously injured. But this first one, I must say, this one, I know his back is hurting, but I think he's protected by his belt right here. But still, oh boy, oh my goodness. He got bent back, just ouchies. Oh man, he's gonna have a scratch right there for sure. That's gonna leave a mark. He's gonna remember that scratch for a while, because I mean, when that water hit that scratch when he gets in the shower, oh, it's gonna hurt. He's not gonna realize how bad it is until that water hits it, man. And that's what's gonna suck. It's gonna suck when that water hits it. That's what's gonna be the main bad part right there. The water is gonna touch that scratch on his back, and he don't realize how bad it is. He knows it's bad, but he don't know how bad it really is until it actually like touches his back, and that's what's gonna suck. Anyhow, moving on to the next one. So the next thing that we got here is, let me see what we have for you. We got, that's not it. Did I lose it? Did I ruin the whole show? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. All right, so we got another one. We got somebody who is on the bench press. And once again, if you're going to be doing heavy weight and you're kind of curious as to, you're not sure if you're going to be able to get the weight up, man, just have somebody spot you. If you don't know if you're going to get the weight up or not, have somebody spot you. Don't be out here doing nonsense. So let's go ahead and check on this one. Let's see what this dude is in here doing. Rolls the footage. Uh-oh. Are we good? No, we're not good. I guess I'm gonna have to refresh a bunch of these. All right, so we got that there. Here we go. You know what? Let me start it back from the beginning. Get some sound. All right, here we go.
El otro día tuve un accidente en el gimnasio que casi acaba conmigo.
Conmigo, with me.
100 kilogramos aplastaron mi cabeza y acabé en el hospital. Tenéis el vídeo completo en mi descripción y va directo a mi canal de YouTube donde os cuento todo.
You see, he dropped that on his noggin.
El otro día tuve un accidente en el gimnasio que casi acaba conmigo.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's looking like, I'm gonna assume these are in kilos. So this is probably a 45, a 35, and I don't know. I'm guessing he's probably got like 225, 245 on the bar. I'm guessing between 220 and 250 is what I'm assuming he's benching. That's what I'm gonna guess. Yeah. And
kilogramos aplastaron mi cabeza y acabé en el hospital.
Okay, man, stop talking. Boom, right on his head. Oh boy. Yikes. But hey. The good news is, even though, let's see, the second one, ouchies. He's good though. He's good, and that's the good news. The good news is he's still here with us. So round of applause for that guy. Yes, thank you for still being here with us. Because it would really suck if you were not here, bro. That would be a horrible way. That would be some Final Destination, died suddenly type stuff, if you know what I mean. If you've seen that documentary. Anyhow, so the next thing we got here, this one I've seen this one. I kind of had to put this one on the show because this one was some very it was a random situation that happened. You know what? Let me just roll it, then I'll comment on it afterwards. So let's go ahead and pull this one up real quick. Because this one was kind of like, dick move is what I would like to call it. Please roll that like in this video. But let me go ahead and get this pulled up. Get the sound right. Alright, so go ahead and just take a look. I'm just going to go ahead and show you first, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Alright, so we got, clearly we can see a lady who is doing, so we got a lady here, she's doing a workout, and let's see what happens. Here we go.
I lost my balance. I tried one that. I tried to be careful. You okay? I lost my balance. I tried to be careful. All right. I lost my balance. I tried one that. I tried to be careful. You okay? I lost my balance. I tried to be careful. All right.
All right, so my whole thing on this video is the woman in hand. She clearly didn't give a shit about the fact that he almost fell. She didn't give a worth of a damn at all that he almost fell. It seemed like she was just like, I mean, she didn't even check to see like, you good? Are you okay? You all right? You fine? She immediately like stops her workout. Granted, she could have been done, but she immediately takes the thing off her foot and walks away. I mean, maybe she could have been done. She probably did her last rep. I don't know. But there was no response from her at all. She didn't say, hey, you okay? Hey, you good? It's okay. Don't worry. You okay? Didn't check on him at all. It's like she was like, get the fuck off me. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is kind of despicable personally is what I think on this one. Like, she didn't check on him at all. And clearly he wasn't trying to fall over. I mean, you can look at him and see. Dude ain't got on gym attire. He's got on the old, like Bugle Boy suspender type outfit. You know what I mean? Like looking like the guy with the long suspender would be blowing like the little bugle horn or whatever. The ooh, like that old character, if you know what I mean. Like, just look. So check it out. And when he says oh, she immediately like slides over like she's in fear. Let me turn the volume down. It's like when he starts saying oh, she slides over in fear because, you know, usually women are fearful. And she she dips over, she moves, but then she catches him. So lucky she catches him. But she don't say a word to him. And you can see he was sincere about the fall.
Try to be careful.
You okay? Alright.
Nothing. She ain't say a word to him. Nothing. Didn't check on him or nothing. I mean, yeah, you saved him, but make sure he's good. Make sure he's all right. I mean, granted, he did get back on the machine and kept working out. No, you know what I mean? All because he's an older guy doesn't mean he's 100%. He probably was trying to copy the deal. He could have. But we don't know that. What we do know is that you didn't check on him to see if he was doing okay, if he was all right. So that was not cool at all. That was horrible. So we're gonna have to go ahead and give you the failure button. And you suck. Really, you do. You really do suck. That was horrible. At least check on him. See how he's doing. Let him know, like, hey man, you okay? You good? Everything fine? Yeah? Alright, it's cool. No worries. As long as you're good, we'll be good. But no, she kept him up and was just like, alright, but anyhow, there's that one. I wasn't too fond of that one. That was my favorite. Somebody not really good about. But anyhow, we're gonna move over to the next one. The next one that we have here is going to be, where is it? I just lost it again. I keep losing my stuff. Alright, so the next one, I don't really gotta say anything at all. I'm gonna go ahead and just let you read this, and then we're gonna go ahead and listen to it. Now let me make sure I refresh it this time so we don't have to worry about me having to refresh it over and over and over again. Alright, so I'm gonna let you read it because I don't even have to say anything. Once you read it, you understand what's going on, what's about to happen. So let me pull this up on the screen right now. Alright, so if you could read what's on the screen, and if you can't read, I'll say it for you in case you're listening and not watching. A guy, he's on a leg press machine or a hack squat machine. He's on a hack squat machine. And he says, I literally farted so loud trying to hack squat 6 plates. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. I'm leaving the gym immediately after that set. I'm not coming back no more. Now we're going to check the comment section. Somebody said assisted reps do not count. Somebody else says rocket boost. Another person said low key. I thought it was his mouth. Somebody else says it sounds like an elephant, which is what I thought too. It sounded like an elephant. One of us said, bro, that ain't a fart. That's a baby elephant in danger. Another person says, opening the pantry door while your parents are asleep. Another one says, we have liftoff. Another one says, bro, it wasn't me. It was a machine. So yeah, on that situation, I would have to leave. I would have to get up out this gym. That's just an embarrassing moment. I wouldn't be able to look. I would have to leave gyms on that one. Man, I couldn't. I would have to leave. My set would be done. I wouldn't even take the 6 plates off the leg press machine. I would literally be like, okay, I'm done. I'm gone. That was terrible. So next one we got here for you. This next one is another compilation of some fails. This is the last one we have for fitness. That'll be the last one that we got. So we have here. On this one is it's a similar of a few different fails going on along the way. So we're gonna sit down and watch a few people have a couple dings and dots as they go through the fitness thing. And like always, people for some reason don't like to have spotters and circle workouts. I don't get it. I don't understand it. If you're doing extremely heavy weight, please go out there and have a spotter. Ask somebody to spot you. Definitely a man. So we're gonna gonna go ahead and watch these people have their fitness fails and see how it pans out for them. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst, but let's roll the footage. Here we go.
This is a work of art. Somebody once told me the world is gonna...
I'm literally built as an athlete. Every blood test I've ever done has said that I am like over the normal limit of athleticness.
Don't deadlift like this, lol.
Oh. Ain't nobody seen him. Nobody.
I remember my first time. Nice. Now you got a Zamboni.
Yeah. That first guy, the back of his head.
Is a work.
I've had this happen to me back in high school. I had this same thing on the bars. If you can see, I don't know if you can see on the bar. So the bar has like these little ridges in it, like where your hand kind of goes to give you a better grip. You got the smooth part, then you got the rigid part. Then it's smooth here. It's rigid right where it goes on the back of your neck at. It's smooth again. Then it's rigid where your hands would go. Then it's smooth at the other end. That's how they're set up. But one time, well, here, let me let you see him first. So
this
he goes,
is
boom.
a work of art.
You look at the back of his neck. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I know that pain. But see, mine was on my forehead. Mine happened up here. Mine was right here on my forehead. So it's like same type of bar, except this was probably an older bar. So the ridges was more rigid, if that makes sense. Like they was like some damn spikes. So I was doing an incline bench press, right? I was doing an incline bench. And I had the incline bench. It's going up, I go up, I go up. When I get all the way up, I guess my arms kind of come back a little bit, and then when I go down to do another rep, I'm dinging on my head and scrape my head. I go and I push it up again to get it up and then grab the weight and put the bar back on. And when I get up, there's a scrape like right here or like over here on like right here on my forehead, like when my scalp starts to like here. I mean. And it was bad. It was like that wide, just like right here. I mean, just right in the middle of my forehead. It was bad. It looked horrible, and I got made fun of so bad for having that because that was like freshman year in high school. So I had that mark. In the morning, I got that mark, and for the remainder of the school day, I mean, like. The worst time to have friends. They made fun of me endlessly for having that scrape. They nicknamed me Scrape. Well, they had a bunch of names: Scrapes, Skyscraper, all sorts of just names for me. Like a lot of times, every time somebody would walk up and talk to me, they wouldn't look me in my eyes. They'd look me right in my forehead, and then all the girls would find out, and you know, you couldn't speak to nobody without them just like looking at you. You know what I mean? You be in class, minding your business, and then you happen to look down and see somebody looking back at you like. It was horrible, and to be honest with you, I had this right here, but on the front of my forehead, and you know, it kind of like it was such a bad scrape that when it scabbed up, you know what I mean, like it took so long to heal, man. And then when the scab healed, you peel the scab off, you got that different color shade mark because of the scab, so it has to tan over the, man, it was bad, and it took so long to heal, and like I didn't hear the end of that, and still this day I still get made fun for the people that know about that. It was horrible. So I had this on the front of my head. At least it's on the back of his head, you know what I mean? He could like wear a hoodie or something. He could hide this. I couldn't hide mine. Mine was the worst, boy. And I'm glad social media was not around when that happened. I'm so grateful that social media was not a thing, because this, you can forever see this. My stuff, I would be able to pull it up and show you, because I mean there would have been pictures and videos for sure if my friends had camera phones and social media, man. I would have never lived that situation down, boy. Whew, it was bad. It was bad. So I know how that feels, and that hurts like hell. That hurts. Like his back of his stuff is on back here, it's on fire. it's on fire. I'm telling you, his stuff is on fire. He's burning. In the shower, it's gonna be terrible. Yeah. So yeah, there's my little rant on my situation. And then we got here for the last thing on fitness. This is just somebody motivation speaking and talking to you and telling you about the importance of reset fitness. You know what I mean? He's gonna basically give you the rundown and let you know how important it is to be doing fitness, and which is what I try to get everybody to understand. Because it's something that we all must do. It's something we all must tap into and get it right. So let's go ahead and let this man cook. His name is, what is your name? Bedros Koulian. I want to say Koulian. Yeah, Bedros Koulian. So we're gonna let this man cook it up, and let's let him speak on the importance of fitness and exercise. Here we go.
You have got to exercise daily, because when you exercise daily, you begin to train your muscles. You begin to train your cardiovascular system. But above and beyond that, you begin to get results. Those results are more wins that you're stacking. And those results are a byproduct of discipline, of consistency, of effort, of focus, of delayed gratification. Because you and I both know this. One awesome workout is not going to give you the results you want. 1 week of awesome workouts won't give you the results you want. 1 month, you might start seeing some results. 1 year or 6 months, now you're seeing some results. And what did that teach you? That taught you that even if you're not feeling like it, even if you're not motivated that day, you are going to go into the gym, you're going to hit the trail, you're going to do your exercise routine no matter what, because you are a disciplined, consistent, focused individual. And that individual is a confident person who stacks wins, and that's what you want.
All right, so let's give that man a round of applause. That was fantastic. Yeah, buddy. That was great. That is what we need to hear. That is what people need to understand. That's what people need to be out there doing.
Because when you...
Yes, sir. So shout out to Bedros on that one, man. I understand the consistency and the determination that it takes to be in the gym. Because getting in the gym, man, that's what's going to get you started. And once you understand on trying to how to get your physique looking the way you want it to, you understand that there's a process that it takes. There's a discipline, there's a diet, there's an exercise, there's an emotional barriers, there's life that happens. And you go through all of this and all of that, and you still strive to hit that goal to make your physique look the way you want it to. Just take that same mindset, the same drive, the same time frame, and put that across any business endeavor that you do, and just grind it out for the same thing. And you're gonna see, you're gonna reap the rewards. You know what I mean? It may take a little bit longer when it comes to business, or it may happen just as fast. Just depends. But you take that discipline across the other thing, and you just gotta, make it happen. You know what I mean? You have to make it happen, and just put your nose to the ground and grind it out, man, and go as far as you can in this life. Don't let nothing hold you back whatsoever. So shout out to him for that. So now we're going to go into our next segment. Our next segment here is going to be dark humor. If you are sensitive to dark humor or anything like that, if you have any emotional problems where you think like too soon, or that's messed up, or you want to cancel somebody because of how you feel, or whatever it is, go away. Leave by and come back in a little bit. So we got some dark humor things that we want to pull up. So we're going to start off the first one. This is going to be I think it's an old cartoon called Robot Chicken, and they're gonna have some basically some robot chicken humor. If you ever seen it before, you already know what to expect. So here we go. Let's pull this up, and let's go ahead and roll the footage.
Timmy, don't sit so close to the TV. It's not good for you.
You like my hair, Nancy? Most girls find it ridiculous.
Nancy, you cannot go upstairs with him.
Barb, if I want to go upstairs and do Stranger Things with Steve, then you can just wait for me here. So sober and so alone.
This is all so strange.
Oh, yeah, so strange.
You like my thing?
Your Stranger Thing.
Take my Stranger Thing.
It's too strange.
Totally gonna get blamed for this, aren't I?
Don't you wish there was a toy that made you feel just like Mommy?
Yeah?
Well, now there is! It's Just Like Mommy, the realistic playtime kit for girls! Complete with toy microwave and 3 plastic TV dinners. Also included, a dust-covered law degree to bury in a closet, just like Mommy!
This baby doll is so heavy.
That's emotional weight! That baby will drag you down right into a dark pit of depression, just like Mommy! Zoloft sold separately or available in Mommy's purse.
Zoloft sold separately or available in Mommy's purse. Oh man, I'm gonna give that one a clap. That's pretty funny. Oh man, but they're wrong for advertising
Mommy,
to the little
feel
girl like
just
that. Look
you
how they
with-
did the little girl.
Don't you wish there was a toy that made you feel just like Mommy?
Yeah?
Well, now there is!
Look at this.
It's Just Like Mommy, the realistic playtime kit for girls. Complete with toy microwave and 3 plastic TV dinners. Also include
Toy microwave and free plastic TV dinners. Mommy's cooking in the microwave with TV plastic dinners. Then they got the useless dust collected law degree that goes at the bottom of the box. So it said that Mommy went to school, got a degree just to put it in a box.
included a dust-covered law degree to bury in a closet, just like Mommy!
This baby doll is so heavy.
That's emotional weight! That baby will drag you down right into a dark pit of depression, just like Mommy! Zoloft sold separately or available in Mommy's purse.
Oh man, they wrong for that one. That is funny. That is funny. That was a good one. I'm gonna give a clap on that one. The Just Like Mommy kit for daughters. The Just Like Mommy kit for daughters. I think they should bring that back out right now. I'm gonna go ahead and let people see what that's all about. Maybe be helpful, maybe not. I think it'll be counterproductive. But anyhow, we're gonna roll into another thing of dark humor. And this one here is basically, let's see if you can catch this dark humor, because it took me a minute to get it when I first heard it. So let's see if you're not as.
Any last words?
Alright, let me pull it up. You already heard it, so let's go ahead and see what's up. Alright, so we got this one here, and we got somebody with a pew in their hand. All right, so let's see what happens, and let's see if you can understand the joke. So here we go.
Any last words? I think we both know what's going through my head today.
They had a moment. They had a moment. It took me a minute. I thought they were talking about something like pause worthy, but they weren't. He was talking about the skinny pop. Listen.
Any last words?
Any last words?
Any last words? I think we both know what's going through my head today.
And it's over. We had our moment. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. He said, "Alrighty, enough of the moment that we had together. It's time for you to go ahead and get what you know that's coming to you." And then hit him with the single shot. Oh man, that was a good one. All right, so we got the next one right here. This next one that we have is going to be from I forget what this cartoon is called. This one's pretty messed up. I'm saying, I'm not even gonna lie. I forget what this cartoon is though. This might be Family Guy. This might be Family Guy. I think it is. This could be a segment out of Family Guy. But let me go ahead and pull up for you, because you know if it's Family Guy, there's always usually some debauchery to go with it. So here we go. See if you can understand why this is dark humor. Let's go. Let's roll the footage.
Damn it.
Dude, bad news. You're dead.
What? But I'm deaf.
Sorry, dude. Super deaf. You're done.
So, what now? I go to heaven?
Nope. When a deaf dies, he gets reincarnated. You're being reincarnated as a Chinese baby right now. Girl?
That was no bueno. I don't know if you understood what he said. I'm gonna roll it again.
Damn it.
Dude, bad news. You're dead.
What? But I'm deaf.
Sorry, dude. Super deaf. You're done.
So what now? I go to heaven?
Nope. When a deaf dies, he gets reincarnated. You're being reincarnated as a Chinese baby right now. Girl?
Yeah. All right. So if you don't get the joke, what they're saying is he said he was getting reincarnated as a Chinese baby. Well, and he came back instantly. He said "girl," meaning that if you when in the Chinese culture, at least this is what is said around. But this is the rumor that is spread. I've never confirmed it personally, but this is a rumor that is spread that if Chinese people have babies, if the firstborn is a girl, they off the baby or they get rid of it. So the firstborn has to be a boy. Then after that, you can have, you know, girls or whatever. But the firstborn is a girl, then it's a no bueno. So that's why when he went as a Chinese baby and came back, he said, "Girl." Like, ugh, that was brutal. That was pretty brutal. So, yeah, I don't that one was pretty dark. I gotta admit, that one was pretty dark. However, there's more. So we got another one coming up right here. Oh shoot, where did it go? We got another one coming up right here, and this one is gonna be a couple people playing a joke game. You know, so they're going back and forth telling jokes, and of course, you know, the jokes are pretty super dark as hell. So let's see exactly what these guys are going to be talking about. So let's go ahead and pull this up on the screen. Let me get this pulled up for you. Let's see what these jokes are about. Let's see if they can make you think. Here we go.
You know why Jewish people are circumcised?
Why?
Because Jewish women won't touch anything unless it's 10% off.
I've asked so many people what LGBTQ stands for, but for some reason no one can give me a straight answer.
You know why Jewish people are circumcised?
Why?
Because Jewish women won't touch anything unless it's 10% off.
I've asked so many people what LGBTQ stands for, but for some reason no one can give me a straight answer.
I think she didn't want to laugh because she's probably part of that community. Maybe. I could be wrong. But we're going to give them the victory for that one because I like those two. So here we go. Yes, sir. I thought those were two good ones, especially that first one. That first one was pretty funny. We got to hear that one more time. So let's go ahead and roll that one again.
You know why Jewish people are circumcised?
Why?
Because Jewish women won't touch anything unless it's 10% off.
I've asked so many people what LGBTQ stands for, but for some reason no one can give me a straight answer.
Look at the look on her face. She looking at him like,
what the fuck?
Look at her. She's for real. She like,
what the fuck?
You know exactly what she want to say. She want to look at him and say,
no, 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 no.
She's just like, I signed up for this game. Yeah. I'm really upset. But I can't say nothing. I'm going to have to hold this L. Yes, you are. And yes, she really want to call a foul. She want to be like, but you can't. You can't. It's part of the game, sweetie. It's part of the game, sweetie. That's how that cookie crumbles. So shout out to them for those dark humor jokes. I kind of actually like that one. Those are pretty good. I mean, especially the don't want to touch them for 10% off. All right, so this one here, this is going to be a dark humor commercial. This is a dark humor commercial. And let me go ahead and refresh it because I don't want to have to. So this one, I personally was like, I don't want to say, but I'm going to let y'all watch it first. Get your opinion or whatever, how you feel about it. But what it says on the screen, it says, this is the most out-of-pocket commercial I've ever seen. So let's see how out of pocket this commercial is. Here we go. Let's check it out. Oh, where'd it go? Here we go.
Venga, ahí va. ไม่เห็นมีเงินเลยมีแต่โยเกิร์ตยังไงอ่ะกินลองท้องไปก่อนดีไหมพี่ดีเหมือนกัน
มีปัญหาเรื่องสายตาปรึกษาผู้เชี่ยวชาญจริงๆดีกว่าที่แว่น
That is disgusting. Oh my goodness. All right, so if you can't see, but you can hear. They robbed a bank, and turns out the kind of bank that they robbed was not a bank that had money. The kind of bank that they robbed had male babies in it, if you know what I mean. That's the type of bank that it was. And since they didn't see money, they thought that behind the vault, they thought that what they found was yogurt. So they decided to eat the yogurt. Oh my gosh, we gotta run it back one more time. Oh, that's so gross. Oh.
แบงค์อะไรวะไม่เห็นมีเงินเลยมีแต่โยเกิร์ตยังไงอ่ะกินลองท้องไปก่อนดีไหมพี่ดีเหมือนกัน
มีปัญหาเรื่องสายตาปรึกษาผู้เชี่ยวชาญจริงๆดีกว่าที่แว่น
Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. Oh my god, that's nasty. Oh no. Oh my gosh, no.
No, no. No one likes to be told what to do.
Oh my goodness, no.
No.
That's nasty.
What?
Oh, that was gross.
What?
Oh, that was gross. Oh man, that was nasty. Okay, I can't watch that one again. I gotta let that one go. Oh man, that was so bad. Ugh. Oh my goodness, that was sick. That was sick. All right, so we got another one for dark humor coming up. Let's see, what's this next one that we got here? All right, so we have a milk commercial. Yeah, we got a milk commercial. Hey. All right, so we have a milk commercial. Probably never seen this one before. This is pretty interesting. Drink your milk. So let's see what we got here. Put that boy up. Mom's trying to get the kiddos to drink milk. So let's see how she's able to get the kids to drink milk. So let's pull this up on the screen and roll the footage. Here we go. Let's start.
Drink your milk, kids.
I don't want milk. Milk's for babies.
Yeah, babies.
Oh yeah? Well, I happen to know that milk helps build strong bones. So drink up.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
Yeah.
Hi, kids.
Oh, that's not good.
Got milk?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
We're going to say it one more time. I don't ever remember seeing this Got Milk commercial growing up as a kid. If you grew up around the time, you do remember Got Milk commercials. Do you remember this one?
Drink your milk, kids.
I don't want milk. Milk's for babies.
Yeah, babies.
Oh yeah? Well, I happen to know that milk helps build strong bones. So drink up.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
Yeah.
Hi, kids.
Oh, that's not good.
Got milk?
What the fuck?
Man. That's cold-blooded. Why they do that? Why they do that? That's terrible. That's horrible, man. I mean, but hey, the kids drank the milk as soon as they saw, what happened to dude. So, and allegedly, milk does nobody good. I'm not a big milk person myself personally. I don't believe that we should be drinking animal milk. Just whatever it takes. Maybe it's a celebrity. Maybe it's true that it gives us strong bones. I don't know. There's other ways to get strong bones than drinking milk, though. That's just my opinion. So, that will be it for the dark humor segment. We're going to stumble out of the dark humor segment, and now we are over into the economy. Yes, we are going into the economy, and what better way to talk about the economy than these two individuals right here. Let's see right here. What better way to tell us about the economy? Right now, the economy is doing pretty rough, man. It's taking a serious blow right now. And there's a lot of stuff riding on the line right now as far as this election year for people who are believing in someone to save them when it comes to their financial situations. And the only way, in my opinion, that financial situation will be saved is if they lower the cost of living. And unfortunately, we're at the point of no return. Well, that ain't happening. No, that's not happening because it's not a fact of lowering the cost of living. It's the fact that the currency is devalued. So that's what that really is. And every time you turn around, spending money. I mean, nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. But there's a group of people who have a very optimistic outview on the economy. They do. They have a very good optimistic output on the economy. And let me go ahead and show you who these two people are and let them explain it for themselves. So here we go. Yes, exactly. Look who we have here. We got Mr. Biden and Mr. Kamala Harris herself. And they have great things to say. In case you want to know how they feel about the world and the things that they need to get done, we're going to let them speak it in their own skit version of whatever it is that they're going to gargle about. So let's hear them talk and tell us about the economy. Take it away, Joe.
Excuse me. What can we do to protect reproductive freedom?
Well, we're going to have to fight every day, understanding that it is a foundational freedom and women should have the right to make decisions about what happens to their body and not have their government tell them what to do.
We're going to restore Roe v. Wade nationwide.
So what else is on the line in 2024?
Lots on the line. We've made great progress in making sure the middle-class folks have a fighting chance and poor folks have a way up. And the economy is the best in the world, literally. Inflation is coming down. But most of all, what we're doing is giving people hope. It's all about giving people hope. And that's what's happening, I think.
Well, and under the president's leadership, we have capped the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month. Long overdue. We have allowed Medicare to now negotiate drug prices, so seniors are not going to pay more than $2,000 a year for their medication. And not to mention what under your leadership has happened to relieve people of student loan debt. It's a very big deal.
Does any of that sound true? Anything that man and that woman said, does any of it sound true? Does any of it sound like yeah, like he's right. Yeah. Let's run it back again. And I'm sorry, but he seems so out of it. It's like he had a script on what to say right after she cut off talking, and then when she started talking, he stared at her. Let's let them ramble one more time, y'all. Here we go.
Excuse me. What can we do to protect reproductive freedom?
Well, we're going to have to fight every day, understanding that it is a foundational freedom and women should have the right to make decisions about what happens to their body and not have their government tell them what to do.
We're going to restore Roe v. Wade nationwide.
So what else is on the line in 2024?
Lots on the line. We've made great progress in making sure the middle-class folks have a fighting chance and poor folks have a way up. And
do the middle-class folks have a fighting chance and do the poor people have a way up? Is that something that you see right now? A fighting chance and a way up? Does anybody see that? Am I the only one tripping? Am I the only one listening to this man talking, saying the same thing? I'm looking at him and I'm like,
What the fuck?
is it just me? Let's keep going.
The economy is the best in the world, literally.
The economy is the best in the world, literally.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
It's really how I feel right now. I'm just like,
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
like, seriously. I mean, you just want to look at him and just be like, sir.
Stop it!
You need to, right now.
Stop it!
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Inflation's coming down.
Inflation's coming down. Do you think inflation is coming down? Does anybody see inflation coming down?
No.
Me either. Me either. Does anybody see inflation coming down at all? Even a little bit?
No.
Okay. Thought I was tripping.
But most of all, what we're doing is giving people hope. It's all about giving people hope, and that's what's happening.
Do you feel hopeful right now? Do you feel hopeful? Like there's some hope that can go on? No? I didn't think so either.
I think.
Well, and under the President's leadership, we have capped the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month. Long overdue. We have allowed Medicare to now negotiate drug prices, so seniors are not going to pay more than $2,000 a year for their medication. And not to mention what, under your leadership, has happened to relieve people of student loan debt. It's a very big deal.
Shut up! Shut up!
Anybody student loan debt get relieved? Anybody? Somebody? Anybody? No?
Shut up!
Yeah. So they feel like that the economy is the best in the world. Inflation is coming down. They're taking care of student loan debt. We're going to restore Roe v. Wade, my body, my choice. I think that's what that's about, right? I don't understand the whole Roe v. Wade thing. I didn't pay attention to it. Not going to lie. I just know that he's hell-bent on restoring that, and everything he said is going to give people hope, give the middle class a fighting chance, and poor people the way up. Does it seem like what I mean, whenever you hear him talk, it's like once he starts talking,
Tell them what to do.
once he starts, like, listen when he starts talking. Just listen.
We're going to restore Roe v. Wade nationwide.
So what else is on the line in 2024?
Lots on the line. We've made great progress in making sure the middle class folks have a fighting chance and poor folks have a way up. And the economy is the best in the world, literally. Inflation's coming down. But most of all, what we're doing is giving people hope. It's all about giving people hope, and that's what's happening, I think.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Shut up!
Well, and under the President's leadership, we have capped the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month. Long overdue. We have allowed Medicare to now negotiate drug prices, so seniors are not going to pay more than $2,000 a year for their medication. And not to mention what, under your leadership, has happened to relieve people of student loan debt. It's a very big deal.
Well, hopefully you guys have hope. Hopefully he's giving you hope. Hopefully you can see that he's giving you hope. He's going to restore Roe v. Wade. Inflation's coming down. The economy is the best that is. It's the best in the world. Literally. Literally. It's the best in the world. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like that's what it is right now? I don't think everybody else feels that way, but hey, who am I? I'm just a regular Joe. I'm just trying to help you, see stuff from However, shut up. All right, so we're gonna have this gentleman tell it. He's gonna give his synopsis on what's going on right now. He's gonna let you know about making a decision about quitting your job. He's gonna tell you like right now, hey, don't quit your job. He's gonna let you know how long it is and how hard it is and how long it takes and how hard it is if you were to make a decision to quit your job right now. So you gotta whoa. So you gotta whoa. Easy. You gotta turn that bad boy down. Hold on. Let's get that down. All right. So this guy's gonna go ahead and give you a synopsis on basically his viewpoint on him quitting his job and getting another job. That's what he's gonna basically do. He's gonna explain that to you. So let's go ahead and let him talk and see what he says about it. Here we go.
Do not leave your job right now.
Oh.
I don't know if they told y'all, but it's crazy out here. I quit my job a few months back, not because I necessarily wanted to. I was just put in a difficult position where I had to, and it took me so long to find another job. I'm a very qualified person. I got a degree, I got experience. Every job I applied for, I was either qualified for or overly qualified. There's really not a reason a person like me in 2024 shouldn't have been able to find a job for that long. It's treacherous out here. I'm not an economist, I'm not a politician, I'm not a financial advisor, whatever you want to call it, but I think it's a lot worse than they telling us right now. Like, I think the job market, financial shit, it's not, our economy is not well right now. It's affecting jobs, it's affecting whether people are hiring or not, and it's tough out here. Like, there may have been a time where you could quit your job and find another one the same week because you just have it like that. Like, you got the experience, you got the qualifications, you've never been without a job. This might not be that time. Don't quit, because you may be out of work for a while. You may really set yourself back a lot more than you even know. Like, you may be walking into something very unexpected and very surprising. You spiritual and you feel like God is calling you to do it. I'm not saying don't listen to God. What I'm saying is, don't just take it upon yourself to just be like, I'm gonna quit because I'm mad, or I don't want to work there no more, or they getting on my nerves. I'm gonna just go find another job, because you might not just find another job as quickly as you're used to finding another job. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so shout out to him. Shout out to that brother, man, for, telling it like it is. Because he's basically letting you know, like, hey, he's overqualified is what he said. He said he's overqualified for different kind of jobs, and he was having a hard time, getting a job. He was like, man, it's not even working out the way I thought it would, He was just like, I just don't see it happening the way I thought it would be working. So he's trying to tell you, and he's telling you from experience. He's not telling you from a politician standpoint or anything like that. He's just letting you know, like, hey, this is my experience, this is what I'm going through, this is what I've been through, this is what happened, this is how it's working for me, and I'm just telling you what's going on, and with the qualifications that I have, like, this shit ain't easy, is what he's saying. So, I mean, we appreciate him for giving that actual detailed description of what it's like, and warning other people, letting other people know, like, this ain't the time to be coming into your job with attitude, flexing. Even if you hate where you're at, but sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do to get to where you need to get to. You know what I mean? You gotta bite the bullet sometimes, and that's what he's basically saying you're gonna have to do. You have to bite the bullet for a while and figure this stuff out. Because if you quit now, you're gonna be out of a job way longer than you think. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to him. We're gonna go ahead and get that man the victory music on that one. So we really appreciate him. So we're looking at on that. Yes, sir. So good looking out on that one, man. We greatly appreciate that. That was a good wrap up. That was a really, really, really good wrap up, like an Uncle Murder wrap up of a new year that comes in each year. So next we got, let's see, who else do we have right here? Well, hold on, let me get my slide. All right. So next we have for you is where is this? There we go. So we have a lady. That was a beautiful lady right here. She's gonna give you.
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores this year.
Oh my goodness, so much is happening right now. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. So we got a lady right here, a beautiful young lady right here, who's gonna give us her situation. She has a bachelor's degree, is what she said. She says I got a bachelor's degree, and it just ain't bacheloring the way I wanted to. This bachelor degree ain't bacheloring. So let's let her talk and explain her situation. Here we go.
I'm literally having like a midlife
midlife crisis. Like, all these jobs out here are paying $23, $24, $25 an hour, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but, like, that's just not enough money. Like, I cannot survive. I cannot live. I have kids. Like, I cannot use $23, $24, $25 an hour and make a living. Okay? Like, it's not enough money. It's simply not enough money. It's just not. And it's like, did I go back to school and get a bachelor's degree for what? What did I get a bachelor's degree for? To make $23, $24, $25 an hour? For what?
Yeah, man. She's in a predicament right now. She can't understand or figure out what it is that she needs to be doing, because she's like, hey, I went to school. I got my degree. I got kids that I got to support as well. And the math ain't mathing, you know? She's just like, this ain't it. $23, $24, $25 an hour, depending on where you're at, you can make it. But it just depends on where she is. I don't know where she is. I'm trying to see if she has an accent when she talks.
I'm literally having like a midlife crisis. Like, all these jobs out here are paying $23, $24, $25 an hour. And I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but, like, that's just not enough money. Like, I cannot...
I don't hear like an accent where I could kind of pinpoint where she's from. But let's just say she's in New York with $23, $24, $25 an hour with kids. Like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's not enough money. That's just not going to work. And then it's crazy that you ain't got a bachelor's degree, and in some places, you know, like fast food is hiring for like $15 and $18 an hour. You know what I mean?
I cannot survive. I cannot live. I have kids. Like, I cannot use $23, $24, $25 an hour and make a living. Okay? Like, it's not enough money. It's simply not enough money. It's just not. And it's like, did I go back to school and get a bachelor's degree for what? What did I get a bachelor's degree for? To make $23, $24, $25 an hour? For what?
Yeah, exactly. For what? Yeah, you went and got the degree. So now you got debt on top of, you know, trying to get a job that, and then what's going to suck is that you try to get a job, you have that bachelor's degree, and they mess around and say you're overqualified or you don't have experience, which would really, 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 really suck. But go to the comment section and somebody says, "My ex, how old you are? You look so..." Okay, somebody's worried about that. Especially when fast food wage is going up to $20. Like, nah, getting a bachelor's degree, I expect 40 or 50. Basically with what I just said, exactly. Like, fast food, you're getting paid $15, $18 an hour. So it's like you want to get a bachelor's degree just to get paid a fast food wage. You know? And really what it is. And she said, babes, this woman right here says, babe, a bachelor is like the new high school diploma. I took my BSc, went to med school, best decision ever. And that's what a lot of women seem like they're doing. They're becoming nurses. They're going into the nursing field and becoming nurses and going into the nursing field. I mean, it seems like, you know, that's the route that they're all taking. Everybody's going to become a nurse and be a nursing degree. And that 12-hour shift, man, that's going to tear some people up. That 12-hour shift and 3 12s. I mean, I don't know how it's going to look in the future, because I remember when I used to work in the hospital, one thing I did notice was the mindset of the younger generation and the older generations conflicting on how nursing was. Because one thing I did notice about working in the hospital, working around nurses, a lot of nurses, they don't like working with people. Like, they don't like working with people. You know, they're very rude to people. A lot of women who work as nurses and stuff like that, and the majority of the people that work as nurses are women. So majority of them are women. But one thing I did notice is that the mentality, the mindset of like the generational clashes from the older generation to the younger generation, to like the millennials and down versus the Generation X and up, they have a different mindset. They're more kind to people. But if you're younger, they seem to be more rude, and they care more about the paycheck, the money, than they actually do care about the field and helping the people that they're really working for. It's a really different, a very, very different mindset. It's crazy to see it. And the passive aggressiveness inside that building is through the roof, man. The passive aggressiveness is just crazy. And you got a lot of thought pockets in there, man. You got a lot of women there's a bunch of thoughts in there. Like, you can't get over that part. But as far as like taking care of people, man, it taught me it taught me to do everything in your power to stay out of the hospital. be your own doctor, as in like eat right, exercise, do everything you can in your power to not go to a hospital. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you for lurking. Thank you. But that's one thing that it taught me. And somebody else says, I have a master's degree and I can't find a job. Education doesn't seem to matter right now. This person says 60K is the new 40K. A year, it's sad. 60K is the new 40K a year. It's sad back in the day, 60K was winning. Yeah, 60K, you were chilling. This person says, even $30 plus ain't enough. Rent goes up more than my yearly raise. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, the wages ain't going up, but the cost of living is. And then somebody else is hearing you say 23, 25 has me shocked because I've been seeing jobs offer $15 and $18 an hour for bachelors and sometimes masters. I don't know what to do anymore. Yeah. Yep. Somebody says I make $25 an hour and my nephew makes $23 an hour as a cook at Panda Express. I did something wrong. Oh, that's a big one. Wow. She says I make $25 an hour. She doesn't say if she has a degree or not, but I'm assuming that she does. And then she's, my nephew makes 23 as a cook at Panda Express, and I did something wrong. That's what a lot of people are starting to see. And now your nephew is doing better at 23 an hour because you're making 25 an hour with debt. He may or may not have debt, which is going to be a bonus for him. A career versus a job are two different things. Somebody says this, which I understand long-term goals. Yeah, but the career's not that stable, and you work under someone that can fire you any second after 4 or 5 years of school work to work for $20 an hour and paid for school. Yep. Somebody here says same. My 28-year-old with a bachelor's and somebody here says same. I'm 28 years old with a bachelor's and I make $25 an hour. Thank God I don't have kids and I live at home because otherwise I'd be struggling bad. Somebody says I'm at 23. It's just not enough. Yeah. Somebody else says, girl, I make $16 an hour. I have 3 kids and my rent is $1,200 a month. Oof. Somebody else says, how do you think I feel when I see a job post for receptionist, intake coordinator, wanting a bachelor, but pay is $19.50? Yeah. And these are what? This is from December of 2023 comments. Let's see. So this post was back in like the end of last year, at the end of 2023. So, you know, I have a master's degree and only make $50 an hour. Do you know how much debt I have from school to make only $50 an hour? There it is. The debt. The debt creeps in because I think recently, I can't remember if I do remember correctly, I think that they made it mandatory for your school debt to be paid, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to look that up real quick. Let me see real fast. Give me 2 seconds. Let's see. Let's look it up together. Let's see. Is school debt mandatory? No. How do I say that? Is school debt payment mandatory? How do I say that? Because I remember recently, I thought they had did something where they said that. What's up, Gohan? Appreciate you for dropping in. Because I think recently they said that they were adding on student loan debt as a monthly bill. I'm gonna see if I can find that. So I have, is school debt? Let me pull up on screen so we can read it together. So let's see. So it says, is school debt payment mandatory? It says right here, yes, federal student loan payments are mandatory, must be made on time and in full. If a payment is missed, the loan becomes delinquent in the following day. If the loan is delinquent more than 270 days, it goes into default, which can cause serious consequences. These consequences include credit score damage. Default can make it harder to borrow money in the future and can damage your credit rating. Okay. However, these are some options available to borrowers who are unable to make payments. General forbearance. Borrowers can request a general forbearance from their loan service if they are temporarily unavailable to make payments due to financial difficulties, medical expenses, or other reasons. Okay, so let's see. Yes, so what it seems like it is that the student loan payments are mandatory, but I can't remember what it was that brought it into fruition. Is it a crime not to pay? No, it's not a crime. You can't go to jail for not paying your student loan debt. Okay. All right, cool. Well, at least not yet. At least not yet. And right now, the one of the parties are trying to use that as a I guess a voting point to get votes to say that they're going to do something to the student loan debt for people that have student loan debt. But who knows? We'll see how that goes in the future, and we'll see how that pans out. Because it's really an interesting situation going on right now. So we're going to have this lady. We got another lady right here, and she's basically talking about the downfall of the U.S. economy is what it says. So we're going to pull her up on the screen, and we're going to let her explain what she feels like the downfall is of the U.S. economy. So, there we go. All right, so we're going to pull her up, go ahead and refresh this, and we're going to let her speak. So
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores this.
All right, here we go. Let me pull up the screen for you. What was that? Kiana, thank you. I'm doing good. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so here we go. So we got the downfall of the U.S. economy, and this lady's going to speak on it, so let's let her cook. Here we go.
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores this year. CVS closing 900 stores through the end of this year. Walgreens closing 150 stores. Outback Steakhouse has already closed 40 of its restaurants. UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs in 2024. Citigroup cutting 20,000 positions as well. eBay, why not? 1,000 jobs lost there. Microsoft cutting 1,900 positions. Expedia cutting 1,500. Cisco cutting 4,000. Apple cutting 600. It's entertainment too. Regal Cinemas closing 429 locations. Kroger's grocery store chain shutting down 413 stores. It's not affordable to be in retail anymore. Foot Locker closing 400 stores by 2026. Macy's will close 150 locations by 2026. Walmart, already this year, has closed 6 of its supercenters. While the U.S. Senate has passed nearly $100 billion to send to other countries that Joe Biden just signed yesterday, most can't even find Ukraine or Israel on a freaking map, let alone Taiwan. We're paying money that we don't have as our economy goes down the toilet and American jobs die. Of course, we know we're going to ban TikTok so nobody can talk about it freely.
Oh, man. All right. Let's go ahead and give her the one round of applause for that one. All right. She came with the heat on that one. She is not playing. All right. She made some valid points there. I got to give it to her on that one for sure. She did make some valid points. And it's crazy that Walmart closed 6 supercenters, man. Not the Walmart. Do y'all remember when Walmart used to be open for 24 hours? Y'all remember that? Walmart used to be open for 24 hours. That's crazy. They don't do that no more. Really, ever since the pandemic kicked in, after the pandemic, Walmart stopped being open for 24 hours, which then should have told you something that they were going towards a shift because, I mean, of course, they said build back better, but for who? It really is crazy. So Walmart is no longer open for 24 hours, and she named all of these different stores and all these different places that are going to be closing down, like a bunch of them. And what is this? This was April of 2024, so April of this year when Wendy Bell Radios, who she is when she dropped this. And she named off all these stores that are closing down, all of them. And it's happening over and over and over and over and over and over again. And if you can't really pinpoint that the more stores close, the more you're going to have to have a cashless society at some point, because you keep closing down stores, there ain't no stores to get cash to. You're going to have to use your card or your phone or whatever it is that you use. You know what I mean? So they're aiming for it. They're going to get it. But they're pushing towards that direction, and everything is going to be cashless. You know what I mean? Because if you can't use your cash online, you can't. If you have cash, if you're a cash user, you can't use your cash online. And a lot of people, they don't use cash as is. Because I know, like, people that I know that are Gen, what is it? I'm millennial. So Gen Z, they don't use cash. Everything they do is card, Cash App, Venmo, name all the other ones. They use those, and that's what they know. They know cards and cashless. You know, older generations and stuff like that, they still go in and use cash. So with all these stores shutting down and leading into the future, slowly migrating away from brick and mortar, they're going into a cashless society where you have to use your credit card. Now, on top of that, if you ever notice and pay attention to one thing, every time you use your card or your credit card or whatever it is, they add a fee. They always got a 2% fee, a 3% fee, a mandatory plus 50% fee. They keep adding all of these fees that they put on top of your credit card transaction, which is just extra money they taking from you, to be honest with you. Like, it really is. Because like back in the day when you had to do apartment application leases, they would do a what is it called? Is it an application fee or whatever, or whatever it costs to go over your paperwork to get you, because you would have to do all paperwork and then come in with a money order, and they would charge you like an admin fee or some kind of fee they would charge to have to go over everything, and plus the paperwork, they would have to print out all the paper and all this stuff. So now it's the same process, but now it's done online, and now the fee that they're charging you is a credit card fee, but it's like everything's online. It's a click of a button. You don't got to print anything out anymore. You don't have to do anything like that. So it's less work, but you're still getting charged, if not more than what you were getting charged for the same situation. Now, she goes on and says that, the downfall of the economy with all of these stores mean that all these jobs are gone. All these jobs are going to turn around and transform into e-commerce stores online, which they already have. I mean, that's no brainer. So when everything turns into an e-commerce store online, what then happens and turns around is there's no jobs. And it's just going to keep going and going and going and going. And she even said, here, let me actually let her go back over it again.
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores
Dollar
this
Tree,
year.
600 stores.
CVS closing 900 stores through the end of this year. Walgreens closing 150 stores. Outback Steakhouse has already closed 40 of its restaurants.
Outback's
UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs in 2024.
Dang, and the UPS is a union. It's one of the few unions we have left. They're cutting back 12,000 jobs. And UPS is a union. It's hard to get fired from UPS. Like, you can actually fight back because of the union that they have at UPS.
Citigroup cutting 20,000 positions as well.
That's a bank.
eBay, why not? 1,000 jobs lost there. Microsoft cutting 1,900 positions. Expedia cutting 1,500. Cisco cutting 4,000. Apple cutting 600. It's entertainment too. Regal Cinemas closing 429 locations.
I mean, that kind of makes sense to have the movie theaters cut, because I mean that's something you do, like discretionary income is entertainment, but now everything is streamed. You know what I mean? It's like, why, if you don't have the money to go to the movie theater, you can just stream it at home. And a lot of people are homebodies nowadays. People don't like to go outside their house that much no more. Gas is too expensive, you know what I mean? Everything costs so much, and all this stuff that's happening, it's like it makes more sense to stay home and do all the things you could do at home. But at the same time, you're a prisoner in your own home if you look at it.
Kroger's grocery store chain shutting down 413 stores. It's not affordable to be in retail anymore. Foot Locker closing 400 stores by 2026. Macy's will close 150 locations by 2026. Walmart, already this year, has closed 6 of its supercenters. While the U.S. Senate has passed nearly $100 billion to send to other countries that Joe Biden just signed yesterday, most can't even find Ukraine or Israel on a freaking map, let alone Taiwan. We're paying money that we don't have as our economy goes down the toilet and American jobs die. Of course, we know we're going to ban TikTok so nobody can talk about it freely.
Whew, she cooked on that one. I got to give her that for sure, man, because, I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. So, yes, we're going to have to give her a hand clap on that one. She's not wrong. That was actually a good way to look at it. That was a good way. She brought the fire. She brought the heat with that one. That's a really interesting take. And the more jobs they cut, the more brick and mortars they cut, the more employees they cut, then the more there's that extra income, there's that extra profits. I'm going to say income. Extra profits that's left on the table that goes to the top. You know what I mean? Cut 400 stores. That means that's 400 stores of light bills, employees, internet bills, water bills, like all those bills are gone. You know what I mean? And now where does that profit go? Seeps up to the top. Go straight to the top. Right to the top. So shout out to her. She came through with the fire on that one. So give her a go ahead and check her out. Again, her name is Wendy Bell Radio. She's on TikTok. So go ahead and check her out. So shout out to her for that. We greatly appreciate that. So the next thing we got up, the next thing we have up is we have this gentleman here. He's going to break down. Somebody's going to ask him about his prediction on the U.S. economy or the economy at large. I don't know if it's the economy or it's the global. But they're going to ask him about his market prediction in the economy. And he goes on for a pretty long time. This is a really lengthy of a video, so I'm going to have to like step in, interject, and speak here and there while he's talking because it's a lot that he says. But I mean, he makes a very good point, and you can't ignore it. So let's go ahead and check this gentleman out and see what he says. And let me pull it up on things so you can see it. Here we go. Where we at? There we go, right there. All right, so here we go. We got the prediction on the market and economy of 2024, and let's see what he says as he rambles on for quite a minute. Let's go.
Do you think is going to happen with the market and the economy next year?
If anyone says that they know, no one knows. Okay, it's one thing I always say in the market is the market's going to tell you what's going to do. So, economy-wise, okay, the market isn't the economy. Okay, so let's break it out. Okay, there's differences that's happening in the market. Like, you know, they say Wall Street, Main Street, right? Wall Street isn't Main Street isn't Wall Street, right? From a market perspective, the market's been going freaking crazy for the last, let's look at the NASDAQ, right? It's been going up, which is ridiculous. It's never seen this much of an uptrend on all different indices for this sustained amount of time. So obviously it's going to consolidate. Whether it's going to, now the question is what happens to the economy will affect what affects the market in terms of how much down is it going to go. Is when we say it's going to consolidate, is this going to go like that, right? From a market perspective, I think there's going to be a pullback. There has to be a pullback on all indices.
Yes.
It's been going through a crazy run. Santa Claus rally, right? But
now that's one thing he is right about. There's always a pullback. There's what people don't ever prepare for. It's a pullback. Things go, pull back, go, pull back. And you can even look at the stock market over the years. And if I could pull it up for you real quick. Let's see, pullbacks. Let's see, stock market graph over the year. He's stock market chart. Last 100 years. We're gonna do 100 years. So that's one thing he's for sure right about is the pullback. It's always a pullback, and the pullback always happens at certain periods. You can always kind of see where a pullback happened. Like there was I think in the 80s there was I think it was a Black Friday or some day like that happened in the 80s where there was a huge pullback where the market crashed significantly. You had the dot-com bubble in the 2000s. You had like the 2008 housing market crisis. You had the pandemic that happened in 2020. And each time you'll see it. It's very, I mean, you can't ignore it. You know what I mean? It's very blatant and obvious. I'm trying to pull up a chart for you right now to kind of give you an idea and show you what it looks like of what he's talking about. And you always see a major dip happens, a major dip happen every single time. And it's always like, you really can't ignore it. Let me see if I think I have it right here. Let's see. Not yet. Not yet. I don't have it yet. But let's go ahead and let him finish cooking and let him talk about his predictions. Here we go.
But for the economy, it's hard to say because you got inflation coming down, right? Now again, this is it's a reduction in inflation. It's disinflation, not deflation. Okay, two different things. So if there's disinflation, prices are coming down. Gas prices came down. No doubt, things are still expensive. Okay. But here's the kicker to what I see. All the estimates from corporations is positive going in, which tells me what, right? You're not going to see your prices coming down. The prices may not be increasing the way it has been the last year and a half, but it may be stabilizing, but forget about it coming down. So that means what? That means Main Street, that means consumers, everyone, they're still gonna pay high prices for stuff, except the prices are not gonna be inflating month over month, quarter over quarter, right? So things are still gonna be relatively expensive. Why? Right? The wage growth has slowed down, so your salaries, the money you make, hasn't caught up with the prices yet. So things are gonna still feel expensive. But when
You see, things are not gonna get cheaper. Things are still gonna be expensive because your wages haven't caught up. If your wage don't catch up, things are still gonna feel expensive. Of course, that's the devaluing of the dollar as well. But let me pull this up real quick. Let me show you because I actually found a chart that I can show you real fast. So here we go. So we're going to start back here at 1932, or maybe 1928. So right here you have the Great Depression. You know what I mean? Boom. When the Great Depression hit, then they thought they were coming out of it a little bit. Boom. Fell back down again. Got hit again. Right? So this is to show you what a depression looks like. Just to give you an idea what a depression looks like. It doesn't look too good. You think it's growing, boom, there's a pullback. There's always a pullback. So like right here, things go up, things go up, things go up, things go up, boom, there's a pullback. But then there's another depression that hit, boom, another depression that hit, boom, 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 down. And then over time, you know, you have a up, slight pull down. You go up, 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 slight pullback. You know, you stabilize down a little bit, up, 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 slight pullback, up, 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 slight pullback. Is what he's talking about, the pullbacks. Up, pullback. You know, up, pullback. He's sitting here talking about this. And then the market started taking a downturn in the 70s. And there was something that happened in the 70s. Here, let's find out real fast. Let me pull up over here. What caused the market to? So let's see what happened. What caused markets to go down in the 70s? And we'll find out right now. Let's see here. So stagflation in the 70s was a period with both high inflation and uneven economic growth. Let's see. Was there a particular thing that happened? The bear market of the 70s through 80s. So they're saying there was a bear market from the 70s to the 80s. So as we're going to see right here, we're going into 1968. And then boom, we hit the 70s, down, down, down. 70s into the 80s, boom, down. So there was a bear market that happened, a 10-year bear market period, just about, maybe a little bit more. And then we had a good run from like the mid 80s all the way up until like 88 or 90, and then boom, you see that sharp spike that goes straight vertically down right there. Now you can actually pull up. Let's see, what's it called? Was it called Black Friday? 80s stock market? Is that what it's called? Black Monday. It's called Black Monday. All right, so I'll pull this up for you right here. So 1987 Black Monday, also known as Black Tuesday, is some of the world due time in zone, was a global, severe, and largely unexpected stock market crash that happened on Monday, October 19, 1987. Worldwide losses were estimated at 1.7 trillion. This is in 87. The severity of the crash sparked fears of extended economic instability or even a reprise of a Great Depression. So you can see it on the whatchamacallit, on the chart. So right here you got 1986, 1987, and then boom, right here, you see that's when it happened. See how steep that is? See how steep that is? That is a steep decline. And then you had that 10-year market, then you had that 10-year bear market that was going on from the 70s all the way through into the 80s. And about 81, things started going up. Of course, you go up, you have a pullback. And in this pullback, everything just went up, and then boom, you fall. Then when it fell, there is another rising again. Go up, there's a pullback right here. You go up through the 90s, and the 90s was a good time. 90s was a very good time, I must admit. Everything was doing good in the 90s. Look how good it was going. Up, 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 up. Boom, right here. What we call this 2000s? Yeah, I would say this is about 2000 right here. You see, there's another mini vertical line right here. You had the dot-com bubble, I would assume, was right here. Where you had that little sharp parallel steep fall where the tech companies took a nice little hit. Then we went up, then we went up, then we went up, and then we slowly started coming back down a little bit, back down, because of course you got a little pullback. And then we go up, 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 and then boom, the housing market of '08 hits, and we crash. We go down. This is the '08 housing market crash. You see how that looks? Now look at that. Look at this '08 housing market crash. Look how that looks. And then we go back to the Great Depression. Look how that looks. You see? They look almost similar if you look at them closely. Great Depression to 32. It started back here in 1920 something, and it went all the way down past 1932. All right, so then we have this same thing right here. This crash right here happened in 2008, and it went all the way down. Probably, I'll say it started in 2005 or 6, and then it went all the way down to '08. Boom, it had a crash. Now, when this crash happened, you got to remember that it was never cured. I mean, all the big wigs and rich people who you hear talk about it, they'll say like this was like putting a band-aid on cancer. They just kicked the can down the road. So then, boom, they bail them out. And the economy goes, the economy goes, the economy goes, the economy goes. We're going up, 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 up. We're going up, 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 up. And from what, 2010 all the way until 2020, 2010. This is 2010 all the way through 2016. We're doing good. From 2010 to 2016 was some fantastic times, I must admit. It was a great time. 2010 to 2016 was fantastic. And then boom. There's another vertical line, just like this one back here in 1987. Boom, another vertical line. Look at that. Look at that line. Just the same. Just the same. Vertical line, just the same. You see it? Vertical line. Now, the only difference with this one, I would say, is that, well, I really can't say. So this one is the pandemic, the 2020 pandemic. Boom, everything went down. And then if you invested down here, just like if you invested down here, you saw good returns for the next, what's this, 87 all the way till 2002? Yeah, 2002. So from 1987, if you had money to invest from 87 to 2002, you rode a hell of a wave of profits. And then the same thing here. If you had money to invest down here in the housing market crash of '08, you rode some pretty decent profits. However, if you had money when 2020 hit of the pandemic, you had exponential, extremely quick profits. These profits happen so fast. Like, look at this. Here's 2020. Here's 2022. I mean, from 2020 to 2021, you're like, in 1 year, if you drop $1 million in investments, like you saw extremely fast increase in profits. And then, we're here off to where we're at right now. And we don't know which way it's going to go, but according to what he's saying, the markets are still going up. They're still going up. They're still going up. And if you want to compare it to the long view of every time there's a pullback, you see the pullback, it pulls back and then it goes up. And it pull back and then it goes up. Then it has a new bottom. It always ends up having a new bottom because it hit its lowest bottom here, and then it went up. Then it hit bottom again, because if you notice, once it hit this lowest bottom, it never hit here again. There's always like a new bottom. There's always a new bottom. You see, there's a new bottom, a new bottom, a new bottom, boom, bottom, boom, bottom, and then there's a new one that keeps going up and up and up. So we're trying to figure out what the new bottom would be. But like he said, if anybody tries to tell you anything about the markets, they're lying, because you don't know what the market's going to do. So let me go ahead and let him finish what he's talking about.
When corporations say their earnings are still going to be good, they're thinking there's not going to be a slowdown. Is there going to be a slowdown, a recession? Jobs are contracting, but they're not negative. Job losses are up, but they're not to a point where unemployment is rising. So I think the key question is, how does everybody feel? Is everybody scared about losing their jobs? What's their situation, right? So as long as we don't lose jobs in an accelerated way, the economy is going to become what you hear is a soft landing. A hard landing means recession, and it's just nomenclature. It's just like what people say, right? What you got to watch out for is the next jobs report. Now, inflation we know is coming down. Again, not deflation, but disinflation. The rate of prices increasing is the graph is flattening, right? Interest rates are coming down. So here's the other big thing, right? The Fed says they forecast 3 rate cuts for the year. Now, obviously, the market's crazy thinking the first one's going to come in January or March. I don't see that, because what people need to understand is all the people cheering for rates coming down, if the rates drop steeply, what does that mean? That means you've got job losses. That means what? Recession's coming. How can that be a good thing? So it's kind of funky right now. It looks like the data looks like they've pulled it off. That means they were able to slow the economy down, slow down GDP, which is the forecast for next year, quarter to quarter, but not create this dip where people start losing jobs, and then once you start losing jobs, it's like a snowball effect. You can't pull that back really quickly. I think what the Fed has to do is they're worried that might happen, right? So they may start dropping rates to soften that blow. But I don't know. You hear both sides from all sorts of people, all sorts of smart people out there. We don't know. It looks like it's slowing down. To me, it's going to slow down. But you hope that it's not going to cost people a lot of job losses where the Fed has to really bring the rates down. Because for all the people in the market, if the Fed starts dropping rates, that means the economy is slowing down. And believe me, it's not good for the market either. So that's what I think. Kind of complicated.
All right, so shout out to him. We're going to thank him for that one. We greatly appreciate that right there. So give him a round of applause. Yes, sir. Give him a round of applause. We want to thank him for that one. Yeah, buddy. We want to appreciate that. That was a good synopsis to let you know that if anybody tells you that they know the market, it's a lie. So that was very interesting for him to have on that one. We're going to have to go ahead and pause for a brief second because there's a loud noise going on, and I know you can probably hear it. All right, so anyhow, as we have So, moving on to let's see, so what we got next for, pull that up. Alright, so we have this lady right here. She's going to speak on a person by the name of Michael Burry. Michael Burry is a guy who predicts he shorted the U.S. Housing market. But she's going to speak on him and talk about his positions that he's having right now, because he shorted the market back when the 08 thing crashed. I think he was shorting that market for like a few years before it finally happened. So she's going to speak on what it is that he's doing and see where he is actually putting his money at right now. So let's go ahead and pull this up and let her talk about what his next financial move is going to be.
If you've been wondering when the crash is going to happen, I just saw something that I need to share. As soon as I saw this name, I pulled over to read it. Michael Burry, the genius who predicted the 2008 collapse 3 years before it happened by betting against the housing market, popularized by Christian Bale in the movie The Big Short, is moving away from tech and into gold. The reason people are freaking out about this is because Michael Burry is someone who has consistently had foresight.
Sorry, that noise is happening again. It might happen one more time. Okay, we'll go ahead and play.
Into what's happening by reading patterns. Moving into gold against everything that's going on is telling us that he's moving into safety. Gold is a safe haven asset.
All right, we're gonna start it from the top again. Here we go.
If you've been wondering when the crash is gonna happen, I just saw something that I need to share. As soon as I saw this name, I pulled over to read it. Michael Burry, the genius who predicted the 2008 collapse 3 years before it happened by betting against the housing market, popularized by Christian Bale in the movie The Big Short, is moving away from tech and into gold. The reason people are freaking out about this is because Michael Burry is someone who has consistently had foresight into what's happening by reading patterns. Moving into gold against everything that's going on is telling us that he's moving into safety. Gold is a safe haven asset, which means that it protects your wealth in turbulent times. Against the backdrop of everything that's going on, we also know that gold often acts in the opposite direction of what might be happening in the stock market. So if he's expecting things to crash, he would also expect that gold would go up. We've already seen gold prices rise significantly this year because of people concerned about inflation, losing their purchasing power, geopolitical risks, not to mention central banks across the country are buying up gold in record numbers. But this could be one more indication that something big is about to happen. So if it's up to me, I'm gonna do like Michael and protect myself, except with physical, tangible gold. Because I'm not a...
All right, well, what she's saying is correctly, but just the sound of her voice makes me just want to, you know... Shut up! Yeah, no, what she's saying is right. What she's saying is right. I'm not gonna knock her on that, because gold is a good move. Especially tangible gold that you can hold in your hand physically, like gold and silver. It's good. And especially when she's referring to Michael Burry, who is short at the markets, and he did have a huge hedge on the markets previously, not too long ago, and he removed that bet. He actually removed that bet that he had. That was in, let me see, I actually have this pulled up right here. So we have right here. Oh no, what is that crap? All right, so we have right here, the Big Short's hedge fund pulls out of $1.6 billion bets against the U.S. market. So he's going to short the market again. I don't know how long he was doing this for, but this is November of 2023. He pulled out of it. Excuse me. He pulled out of it. He pulled out of his short bet. I don't know how long he was doing it. Let's see. Wager were built up in the second quarter, and the ETF suffered losses of 3%. Sheesh. 3% loss of $1.6 billion is a pretty nice chunk of change. But yeah, he pulled out of his short bet that he had right here, or his hedge fund. He pulled out of it. And she's telling you right now that he is going over towards gold right now, is where he put all his money, is what she's saying. So that should tell you something. He went from short in the market, but he went into gold ETFs. ETFs. So I don't know. That's kind of different, but at the end of the day, it depends on what you know and what you can understand. But he's pivoting over to gold ETFs, and she's speaking on gold tangible assets. So that's two different things. So with that being said, I would say it would probably be a smart move to kind of see how the bigwigs are pivoting, because yesterday I had showed another woman who had spoke on, who showed that all the bigwigs who are all taking out their money, who are taking out huge sums of money, huge sums of money, and some of them for the first time ever selling off any stocks and stuff like that. And you're wondering where that money probably went. My assumption, let's just get a guess, my hypothesis, is that those big wigs took out those sums of money, whether it be Jeff Bezos, Walmart, and all the other big companies that she named. I would say that they probably took that money and put it in some kind of gold or silver. So yeah, so that's the economy, and that's what's going on. And we have our last topic that we're going to segue into, and of course we have to segue into it the right way. There's no better way to segue into it than this way right here, because you got to segue into this topic the right way. So let's go ahead and get this pulled up on the screen and roll the footage. Oh yeah, let's take a look. Can we get it? All right. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. Look at it. walk down the aisle in profile. She's styling. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we get the back shot too. Hey, what it do? Yeah, buddy. As we like it. We are pro Ling Ling. How you doing? Yes, sir. Look at her. Beauty and the Cut that music off so I don't get a copyright. But look at that thing there. Yeah, buddy. All right. Yes, sir. Winner, winner, chicken dinner is what somebody said, right? That is correct. All right, and then she turns around and walks away. Yes, yes, just keep walking away. There we go. Okay, we're going to pause it right there for you, okay? We're going to leave that hanging right there. Then we're going to pull up this one right here. So we have another one that we got right here. Let me make sure Oh, good, I got her on mute. That is lovely because, you know, hearing them talk ain't the greatest thing. All right, here we go right here. So we got this one right here, too, that we're going to take a look at. Yes, and we're going to have this Ling Ling or whatever she is. But we're going to have her talk a little bit, too, and let's see what she has to say. We're not going to hear the whole thing.
My name is Lena. You can
We're
follow
gonna hear
me
some of
on...
it, so let's
Welcome
check
back
her
to my
out.
channel. My name is Lena. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Lena Belfiore. And today we have a very exciting video. It's a Halloween costume try-on video. And the reason this is so exciting is because my birthday is on October 28th. And I'm having a costume party, so I need help figuring out what I'm going to wear on my birthday. You have to comment down below and let me know which one is your favorite so that I know what I should wear. Starting with the wild one. If you can't tell, I'm a kitty cat from the ears. This one is from Dolls Kill. It's a little out there. We've got the change, but I really like it. I think this is fun, very different. Got a nice back. Okay. So I'm into it. Everyone will hear me coming. Be kitty cat all night. Pluses and minuses of being a cat. Everyone's gonna call me basic because I'm wearing cat ears, but I feel like this is not basic. Minuses, maybe plus. This right here is not secure, so any wrong move and it's just all out. But I'm not saying I'm mad at it. Another minus is the back is not like an actual
there's
thong.
no minuses
And
back
in
there,
my
only
opinion,
pluses.
if you're gonna buy a costume like this, I feel like you're expecting a thong, but it's not. It's some like covering bottoms. I'm gonna give this.
All right, we're going to stop you right there. We need you to shut up. That's enough talking for today. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And then we're going to pull up this one right here. Now, if you're wondering why I'm showing these clips, this will answer the question. This will answer why we're looking at these two particular individuals and now three. Here we go. We're going to pull this one up.
This new modeling agency is dedicated entirely to AI-generated models.
Oh, well, you already heard it. But here we go. So we got this right here. This woman right here. We're rewind it back. We got Emily Pellegrini. I think I said that right. And she has music, so we're going to turn it off. And it says that this AI model is earning 10 grand a month. That is not a real woman. That is an AI model. The last two women that we just looked at, both were AI models. Both of them. The one that was walking on the catwalk and runway, and the other one that was trying on clothes and telling you about her cat suit. And this one right here. All AI. None of them are real. They are fake. They do not exist. They don't exist. They can talk now. You just got to pay attention and look at them closely and see. I mean, she has no blemishes whatsoever. Perfection. But, yeah. And they're making 10K a month. Who you think that money going to? Who you think is going to? Now, what's crazy is that we've seen women do this a lot. They were making a lot of money just making Instagram posts and TikTok posts and stuff like that. I don't think that's going to be lasting much longer. And I'm not hating on them. I'm not like knocking them to, you know, take money out their pockets. Because, I mean, if you can make money doing this, then more power to you. But now they can now create their influencer. Instead of you being the influencer, they're going to create the influencer, and the person who created this influencer, that money goes right back to the corporation or conglomerate. Bam, they don't need you no more. And they can make an AI person that looks better than whatever woman they put out there, and you can be the finest woman in the world. They'll just copy you and probably enhance your imperfections. Yeah, this is all fake. She not real. She's not real. Let me go back for you in case you missed it. Oh, crap. Where'd she go? Oh, I think I X'd them all out. Here we go. She's not real. She's fake. I'm going to go ahead and turn her off and let her talk. Look. She's not real. She's AI generated. And she's trying on clothes for you. She's not real. At all. This woman ain't real. Having a whole conversation. She's not real. This one right here on the catwalk on the runway. She's not real. Now, the whole scenario isn't real. The people in the background taking photos, everything. This whole thing is not real. All of this is not real. None of it. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have this lady over here. She's going to explain to you about what these new modeling agencies are doing. So let's go ahead and let her talk about the modeling agencies and what they're using these AIs for. Here we go.
This new modeling agency is dedicated entirely to AI generated models. It's called D.E.F Agency, and you can hire out their AI models. You can customize your own, you can create a digital twin of yourself. And I've talked a lot about this channel and the future of avatars and AI generated people. And the modeling agency is an industry where we're going to see a lot of this. For example, Levi's just announced they'll be rolling out AI generated models later this year. And there are some benefits. It's going to be a bit better for the environment. It will be a bit more cost effective. Theoretically, if a model created a digital twin of themselves, they could work in multiple places at one time. But then of course, there's a lot of ethical challenges, not least of which being job displacement, income displacement. And this isn't unique to fashion modeling. Every single industry is going to have some reshuffling and change. But there are unique complexities when it comes to AI generated characters. For example, identity. Does a coder in Silicon Valley somewhere, for example, just get to own a bunch of diverse models and speak on their behalf, decide which brands they're going to model for, which campaigns they're going to represent? So theoretically, the coder is representing those communities without actually being a part of them. People earning an income on behalf of these identities don't actually relate to them. More on this.
Oh, yes, of course. What do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. How is there going to be an issue? It doesn't make any sense. For example,
identity. Does a coder in Silicon Valley?
Like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
But there are unique complexities when it comes to AI generated characters. For example, identity. Does a coder in Silicon Valley somewhere, for example, just get to own a bunch of diverse models and speak on their behalf?
Yes. How is the AI model going to speak on its own behalf? Who's going to speak for it? Everything that the AI model is saying is programmed. Somebody had to put it in there. So yes, unless you're going to pay the AI model, that doesn't make any sense. There is no issue with that. It's quite simple. Yes. Then the money goes back to the company. And that one coder can have 100 women under his belt. So now instead of paying 100 women, you're making money from 100 women and giving that coder a piece of the change and taking more of the profit. Simple math to me.
Decide which brands they're going to model for, which campaigns they're going to represent.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not harming anyone. You're not harming a human. It's an AI model that doesn't exist. So yes, somebody has to speak on its behalf.
Theoretically, the coder is representing those communities without actually being a part of them.
Yes.
People earning an income on behalf of these identities don't actually relate to them.
Yes, exactly. And yes, yes. I mean, it's pretty simple. I don't understand what the issue is or what she's not able to like comprehend with that. I don't see why that would not be the case. Because if you created it, and on top of that, it's an AI generated thing, then yes, you're going to speak on its behalf. You're going to take the income that it makes. You're going to everything. Yes. So yeah, there is no complexities. There is no issues. That's fair game, in my opinion. And yes, they're going to remove the humans and put in the AI. They don't need you. They don't need you anymore. They don't need you anymore. They can literally take your likeness, and then they can take you and then do away with your imperfections and make you perfect and say, well, it's not really you because you have these imperfections. We took those away and now we have made a perfect version. So it's not you. It looks like you, but it ain't you. It's you, but a perfect version. So it's not the same. I think that's what they're gonna, that's how I think they would get away with getting over that. I don't know what I'm trying to say as far as like them trying to copy someone else. If there's like a law or something against that, or they just like dye your hair a different color, give you a different color eyes or something. I mean, but yeah, they'll still use your likeness. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's really how the cookie's gonna crumble, in my humble opinion. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, they're gonna make it happen. They're gonna get their money. They're gonna get their money. They're gonna get their money, like for sure. Because there's too much money on the table to be lost, all because people feel a certain way about give housing, transportation, apartments, feed, give makeup to anything for these AI models. You ain't even got to give out your product or clothes. You don't have to give out nothing. It's just like, it's a no-brainer from a business standpoint. It's a no-brainer. It's like, of course we would do this. I mean, then the only stuff that we produce, we literally sell. We don't have to give out anything and take little bitty losses here and there. It's all 100% profit. We don't have to give these models our clothes that they wear. You know what I mean? Giving out free money to these women. It's like, no. Or models in general, male and female. We're just gonna take it off. All profits. Every last bit of it. And cut all the extra expenses that we have. So from a business perspective, yeah, I get it. Next thing that I found on AI, which I thought was really interesting, I have a time warp, a time travel, would you say, a AI prediction of the future, and I found one that's going to speak on Mickey D's, if you know what that is, but the Golden Arches, McDonald's, and it's going to give you a future McDonald's. It's going to start from the year 2024, which is where we're at today, and it's going to go all the way down to, I don't know. So let's see how far this goes, and let's see what the future of McDonald's is going to look like over the years. The centuries, I should say. So here we are right here. We're at McDonald's today. I'll go ahead and let this little music play. Hopefully they don't give me copyright for it, but let's start it. Let's go. So McDonald's all the way down to the year 6900. That's pretty interesting to see McDonald's go through that much of a transition. That was pretty cool, I think. Like, it took a lot of deep turns. Like, look at the year 2400. Check that out. Look at this. 2400. 2500. You got the, what do you call that movie? I forget the name of the movie. Is it Mad? It's not Mad Max. Blade Runner. And then look, 2700, all the grass grew back, looking all good and stuff. I mean, that used to be McDonald's. Makes you wonder what kind of food they be serving during that time. I mean, just look at this. It just goes on, then you fast forward. Then it's like not even there anymore. McDonald's is gone, and it's underwater. In the year 5700, it's underwater. In the year 4700, it's in hell. 4800, it just grew back. Then it flooded. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's pretty interesting though. I kind of like that. That was a fun watch. All right, so let's see here. So the next thing that we have here is we have this individual here who's going to go on and show us another AI trick, I guess. Well, not another AI trick, another future of AI. And it's gonna there we go. All right, so this guy here, he's gonna speak to us about AI. He said he asked AI to predict the future of humanity, and we're gonna see what the future of humanity has in store for, or what AI thinks is in store for the future of humanity. So we're gonna pull him up right here. We're gonna let him talk about this and see what he says. And even him talking doesn't even look like he looks like AI. Let's go ahead volume. All right, here we go.
I've asked an AI to predict the future of humanity. This is what a human would look like in
Oh.
10,000 years, according to AI. As you can see, there are microchips inside the brain. This means the brain microchip technology by Elon Musk may be widely used in the future.
A Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
By inserting the microchips into your brain, they can record, simulate, and potentially improve brain activities. It's basically an interface that connects your brain and computer. Follow this channel for more about AI presented by an AI avatar.
Man, did you see that? So in 10,000 years...
I've asked an AI to predict the future of humanity. This is what a human...
Look at that. This is what a human will look like in 10,000 years according to AI. And look, you can see the brain is like a computer, which technically our brains are like that already right now, but this has microchips installed in the brain, so it's connected to a computer. So technically speaking, this person's conscience is gone. You don't have a conscience anymore because your conscience is connected to a man-made device. So there's no how do I say it? There is no, you're not thinking for yourself. You know what I mean? There's no conscience at all. But let's...
Human would look like in 10,000 years, according to AI. As you can see, there are microchips inside the brain.
Whew.
This means the brain microchip technology by Elon Musk may be widely used in the future.
A Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
So if this is AI, AI is telling you what humans will look like in 10,000 years. AI is telling you that, hey, we're going to have microchips in your head for sure. That's basically what the AI is telling you. It's like, hey, man, we finna chip y'all. Yeah, just a heads up. And if this is 10,000 years down the line, like when did the chipping start? You know what I mean? Like in 10,000 years? Whew, long gone by then.
In the future.
A Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
A Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
Inserting the microchips into your brain, they can record, simulate, and potentially improve brain activities.
Improve brain activities. Who is improving these brain activities? What external source is these microchips connected to improve your brain activities?
It's basically an interface that connects your brain and computer. Follow this channel for more about
an interface, something like I have over here. Your interface is connected to the computer, which then enhances the sound of the computer, the other alternate devices I can plug into my interface to add extra sound, all these different things. So yeah, if you add an interface to your computer, then all sorts of things can be applied into the interface as well as to the computer that'll come out the computer and be enhanced via the interface. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. If that's the case, all I can think to myself is,
what the fuck?
I mean, sheesh. I mean, that's not a good look. That's not good at all. That's just that's a loss. That's a for sure loss. All right, so now we got this next one, and this next one is somebody's going to be explaining to us, and that somebody could probably not be a real thing. It could be. Let's see what we got. This next thing we have right here is they're explaining that these are not real people. So they're saying that these are not real people. These are called personal avatars. Personal avatars. So basically, like me and you can have an avatar of ourselves. So anybody could not be real. So like right now, me being on this show right now, I could not be real. I could have my own personal avatar, and I could give you this whole show delivered to you via an avatar. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and we'll pull this up. So I got this pulled up now, and let's go ahead and take a look at what a personal avatar would look like and how they work right now. How they look in today's world as opposed to what they look like in 5 years. Here we go.
That's right, Victor. You can now create your personal avatar anywhere with just a few minutes of footage. That's right, Victor. You can now create your personal avatar anywhere with just a few minutes of footage. Mentre ottieni anche un clone della tua voce in oltre 30 lingue.
This avatar was created using a laptop, a lapel mic, and a digital camera. A lip sync model controls my facial expressions.
Personal avatars are coming to Synthesia in July 2024.
Synthesia is what it's called. Now this whole show, this whole clip, they were personal avatars. Those were not real people.
That's right, Victor. You can now create your personal avatar anywhere with just a few minutes of footage. Mentre ottieni anche un clone della tua voce inoltre.
My guess I would guess this is not a real human. It's an AI avatar. So this whole thing is not real. Everything is not real.
That's right, Victor. You can now create your personal avatar anywhere.
So any of us can be avatars, and we can create social media content looking like this.
This avatar was created.
Like even this right here, she is not real. Look at this. We can all have personal avatars now, and we can create social media content via personal avatars and never, ever, ever have to be in the presence of doing the work that we don't want to do. We can let the avatar do the work for us, and you would never know the difference. Never know the difference. Cynthia, here I come. Synthesia, whatever, here I come. In July 2024, so it's here, because July just started. We are right now, we just started on the cusp of July. We just started, so hopefully you paid your rent. So yeah, that right there just showed that avatars that we have, anybody can have an avatar. And with that being said, let's go ahead and check out these robots. On top of having personal avatars, let's see about the robots. All right, somebody had to ask a robotic question. I think the name of this robot is, her name is Ameka, I believe her name is. And Ameka was asked a question. Let's see what the question that she was asked, and let's see how she responded to this question. So let's go ahead and check her out, because Ameka, show me playing. All right, so here we go. We got Ameka right here. She's nice, she's sweet, she's cool, she's all that good stuff. So let's see what she's asked and see how she responded. Here we go.
Future has been my home.
Ask her. Ask her. Do it. Ask her. Come on.
Oh.
I'm a friendly robot, but just in case, I have been bolted to the floor so I don't run away when the museum closes.
Oh no.
Just in case I've been bolted to the floor.
Oh no. That was not good. Did you hear what she said?
What the fuck?
Did you hear that? Let's play it one more time. Here we go.
Future has been my home.
Ask her. Ask her.
She peer pressure him and this fool ass.
Come on.
You hear that? He said, well, AI delete humans is what he said. And this is her response.
I'm a friendly robot, but just in case, I have been bolted to the floor so I don't run away when the museum closes.
Oh. Just in case I've been bolted to the floor.
Did you hear that? She never said no. She never said no. She said, just in case, I'm a friendly robot, but just in case I do, I'm bolted to the floor. Yeah, for how long? She never said no. She never said no. She never answered the question. She said, just in case, I'm right here. So, I mean, if AI is able to give their own answers, then that's the legitimate answer from the source itself. It just told you. It said, I mean, I can't. And just in case I do, I'm bolted to the floor, which means that what happens when they're not bolted to the floor? What happens when they're able to go work the jobs? Do your works that humans do? It's like, then yeah, they'll be doing some deleting. You ain't punching a robot. You're not. Excuse me. You're not punching a robot for sure. It's not happening. Ain't nobody punching a robot. Your hand gonna hurt. You can shoot one, but you gotta have some like A1 good shooting. So yeah, there's that. Now we have Mr. Peterson. As you all would know, Jordan Peterson. He's here to speak up on a particular situation about how he would utilize the AI, the future of AI, and how he would use it. And he's going to speak on how he would use the AI and what's the future of it and what he sees of it. Normally, Mr. Peterson has great commentary and great viewpoints on life. So let's see what his viewpoint is on life with this particular topic and situation. The future of AI. Take it away, sir.
We're going to each need our own AI to protect us against the global, and that'll be an arms race of sorts.
If your AI is being utilized in the best possible way, as we just discussed, educating you, being a memory when you are forgetting something, whispering in your ear. And I'll give you another angle to this is imagine having your therapist in your ear. Imagine having Jordan Peterson right here guiding you along because you've aligned yourself to want to be a certain person. You've aligned yourself to try to keep on this track. And maybe you want to be more biblical. Maybe you want to live a more Christian life. It's whispering in your ear saying, that's not a good decision.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna have to say on that one personally, like, yeah.
What the fuck?
Like,
What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
because what they're basically saying is if you're gonna have your own personal AI, then your own personal AI, and from their words, it's gonna be guiding you like a conscience. AI is gonna be a conscience. So your conscience and a higher power, your thinking, your way of being able to believe in yourself is gonna be gone. You're gonna believe in this AI like it's a god because it's gonna take the place of you having to dig within yourself and think and use your inner guidance that we have. And now the AI is going to be that guide. Your AI is going to be whispering in your ear, kind of like the angel and the devil thing. That's basically what he's saying. So now the AI is going to take that role and fit that role, and your AI is going to be the one to give you the good decision making, the good guide, the you know, it's going to be doing the good thinking for you, the conscious thinking. It's going to be, and that's a man-made device. You're removing God from your consciousness and you're implementing a man-made device, and it's going to play the consciousness, your God, and your device. And he said, take it from a biblical standpoint. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. You're taking it from a biblical standpoint, and you're removing the God-giving right that we have within ourselves, and you're implementing a AI to do the God thinking for us.
We're going to each need our own AI to protect us against the global, and that'll be an arms race of sorts.
If your AI is being utilized in the best possible way, as we just discussed, educating you, being a memory when you are forgetting something, whispering in your ear. And I'll give you another angle to this is imagine having your therapist in your ear. Imagine having Jordan Peterson right here guiding you along because you've aligned yourself to want to be a certain person. You've aligned yourself to try to keep on this track. And maybe you want to be more biblical. Maybe you want to live a more Christian life. It's whispering in your ear saying, that's not a good decision.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
Oh my goodness. Like, he really said, let's go biblical with it. And then he said that this device, oh my God, you know what? Let the AI be your conscience. Let the AI play the angel. You got the angel and the devil in your head. You're automatically going to be the devil. The AI is going to be the angel telling you the good thing, to do the good, the morally correct thing. The angel is going to be your God. The AI will be the God consciousness in your ear. No longer you being your own God. No longer allowing your conscience to be your God. No longer letting your deeper source of something greater than yourself being your God. But the AI is greater than you, and it's telling you to do the right thing because you're already being submissive to it, because it's telling you the right thing to do because you can't do the right things on your... Good Lord. Oh boy. That's just me. That's just me just running my thoughts. Now, however, we're gonna let the man himself speak on this. We're gonna let Mr. Elon Musk speak on this and tell us what his ideas and what Musk sees on the future of AI on humanity. We're gonna let him sit here and tell you about it. So I'm pretty sure he has something good to say. He has to, because he's really big on this. So let's see what he can tell us and give us some insight on. So let's hear him talk.
Well, I don't think the AI is going to try to destroy all humanity. I don't think the AI is going to try to destroy all humanity, but it might put us under strict controls. I mean, and there's no non-zero chance of it going Terminator. It's not 0%, but it's. I think it's a small likelihood of annihilating humanity, but it's not zero. We wanted that probability to be zero, as close to zero as possible.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
I don't think that was a very good description or a very good explanation, I should say, of what, I mean, it's not going to want to take over, but it's going to want control. Okay? But you were really like, you really didn't seem like you were confident in everything else you were saying. Let's run that back one more time.
I don't think the AI is going to try to destroy all humanity, but it might put us under strict controls. I mean, and there's no non-zero chance of it going Terminator. It's not 0%, but it's. I think it's a small likelihood of annihilating humanity, but it's not zero. We wanted that probability to be zero, as close to zero as possible.
All right, so I think the best thing to do before it's too late is to the ground, all to the ground. At this point, I think that would save humanity. But hey, I'm just a messenger. I'm giving you a message. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you a message. That's all I'm here to do. Just spread a little message. Put some fat on your brain. Hopefully you think about this. And if you do, cool. If you don't, cool. All right, so we're almost at the end of the show here. We got 2 more things left, and we're gonna have this gentleman right here. He's gonna actually give his 2 cents and explains why you need to embrace AI today. And I think he gave some really good points. I'm not even gonna knock him or anything he's saying, but let's go ahead and pull him up and roll the footage and let's see what he has to say about particularly needing to embrace AI today. So, gentlemen, sir, take it away.
Hello everyone. If you are someone hesitant to use AI, you should start using it. Here's why. First of all, it is future technology that's gonna revolutionize everything in 10-15 years. In 10-15 years, you will see nobody that is not. You won't see anybody that is not using the AI. It's like early days. In early days, electricity. People demonized electricity because they thought that's like a evil or some demon on it or something like that. You can Google that thing and or you can just ChatGPT that thing to see the past details. People neglected to use the electricity. Now you cannot see anybody who is not using the electricity. Like that, people criticize the phones, people criticize the email, people criticize social media, and whenever there's this new social media pops up, people criticize initially and eventually start using it. For example, you may hate Snapchat and then later on you started using it as well. You hated Facebook initially, then eventually you started using it, something like that. And you may just hated iPhone and then you started using it. That's how the AI is also going to evolve. And if you don't get into the treadmill right now, you're going to be left behind. That's the problem. Because nowadays, instead of people are getting to adapted to it, like instead of Google searching things, I'm 100% using ChatGPT nowadays instead of Google searching, because ChatGPT gives more accurate answer. It does more things than a search engine can do. In the future, it's going to be just AI bots. Instead of search engine is going to be forgotten. So start getting into AI, start using, get into the race. Hello everyone. If you are someone hesitant to use...
All right, so we're going to give him a round of applause on that one. I think he made a very, 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 very valid point. I think he made a really good point on that one. I think he's 100% right. He's comparing it to when social media started off, and when social media kicked off, he said a lot of people were anti-social media, a lot of Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. And the next thing you know, look at it. It's a part of society. It's the way the world is ran. It's the way things are. It's the way businesses operate. It's the way people communicate. It's the way people date. It's the way people order food and all sorts of stuff. So he's right, you know. I mean, it's like every time people say, oh, you don't need this hard, but then it's a way of life. And if you don't get on it now, you're going to get left behind. You know, if you would have started social media way early back in the day instead of waiting until later, you would have been way ahead of the curve now, because the people who started social media early and then have that 10-year ride on the wave, I mean, they're doing pretty decent in life. So they have a head start of understanding and how to navigate. So he's right. Embracing AI today and using AI and implementing AI and having a part of your everyday lifestyle and using things to help with whatever it is that you do in your everyday life, your businesses, your everyday routines. Learn it, use it to your advantage, or else it's going to be used against you. It's going to be used to your detriment, because you don't know how to use it. So you might as well get on the ball with it, figure it out, understand it, use it. I agree with him on that one. I agree with him wholeheartedly on that one. So don't avoid it, don't shy away from it, use it. Use it, learn it, understand it, get a skill in it, know how to operate it, for sure. What up, Wolf? What up, Girl 90? Appreciate y'all for lurking. We're at the end of the show almost. Got one more slide left and we're up out of here. So get on the AI curve at some point, because like he was saying, like that guy just said, he made a really good point and a really good understanding on how it is going to be, and it is part of everyday life, and it will be a part of everyday living. So it's a good way to get ahead of it, know how to operate it, know how to do everything that is about it, because it's going to be a part of society and a part of real life, and it is taking over a bunch of y'all's jobs. Yeah. So with that being said, we got our last slide for the show, and with this one here, this is going to be from a gentleman who I usually always close out the show with, who always has a great enlightening sort of way of seeing things, and a way of giving hope and guidance into how to move forward in today's society in a different manner, from looking from within, tapping into the God, the spirit that you have inside of you, whether you believe in it or not. So we're going to go ahead and let this man give us his 2 cents, his synopsis, if that's the correct word, and we'll finish up. Here we go. Take it away.
This selfish generation gives nothing, releases nothing, and therefore creates no gives nothing. This selfish generation gives nothing, releases nothing, and therefore creates no reward, except creating mirror images or moving parts of the society you created by deviating from law. All laws that bind man, plague man, was created by man, and was given consent by man. In all things, whether you realize it or not, consent must be given by us, the people, based on the law of free will. Seal portion, for if they use their free agency to choose the plan of Lucifer over the plan of the Father, then that is their choice. But if that is their choice, then they can receive no part of the blessing of the Father. You must be afforded the law of free agency or free will. You must give consent by some means. This selfish generation gives no choice, but if that...
I'll let him say it again. Here we go from the top. One more time.
This selfish generation gives nothing, releases nothing, and therefore creates no reward, except creating mirror images or moving parts of the society you created by deviating from law. All laws that bind man, plague man, was created by man, and was given consent by man. In all things, whether you realize it or not, consent must be given by us, the people, based on the law of free will. Seal portion, for if they use their free agency to choose the plan of Lucifer over the plan of the Father, then that is their choice. But if that is their choice, then they can receive no part of the blessing of the Father. You must be afforded the law of free agency or free will. You must give consent by some means. This self...
Yes, sir. Shout out to him. Thank you. Bitter Maccabeus. We appreciate you on that one. Give him a clap on that one. So there's one thing that he said is that you have the choice. You got the choice to choose between what side that you want to go on and what side that you want to live your life on. You can go on man's side, you can go on God's side. The choice is yours. You can always make that choice, regardless if you like the decision or the choices that you have or not. And there are certain laws that must be abided by depending on which side you choose to be on. But you have the choice of free will. Free will is given to us all. So always understand that you have the free will to use things for the right way, or use things for the wrong way. Like it says here, for if they use their free agency to choose the plan of Lucifer over the plan of the Father, then that is their choice. But if that is their choice, then they can receive no part of the blessing of the Father. Therefore, the gospel in its purity lasted for a period of time in the beginning before it was taken from earth. Now, regardless of how you may see things or how you may feel, this still stands the test of time. You have to make that decision to figure out what side you want to play on. And a lot of times, with the way the world is being driven, if you're low in economic status, it's going to be hard to make a decision, because a lot of decisions and the power that you get derived from if you're rich or if you're poor. You can always still stay 10 toes down if you're poor or whatnot, but it's just going to be a lot harder as far as in the structure of a family life. But you always have the decision to make the choice that you want to make. So with that being said, man, always understand that there's a choice that you can make, and you can pick on which side that you want to play on. You have the power of free will. Everybody's given the power of free will. We can be on this earth to do the most wrong things forever, we can do the right thing forever. But whatever the choice you make, the choice is yours, choice is on you. So I understand how to utilize things and make them be for your benefit and not for you to use against you for your detriment. With that being said, we are at the end of the show. Thank you for those who came in, tuned in, dropped off, said hello, said hi, who are still here. We greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully this gave you some good insight or some good understanding, as you can see things from a different viewpoint, as we will be continually doing these shows each day. And of course, I want you to hit that like button right there if you can. If you're on YouTube and if you're on Twitch or Kick, please hit a follow. We would greatly appreciate you following and getting this word out to other people. If you're on YouTube, hitting that like button is greatly appreciated. And give a follow on YouTube as well, it wouldn't hurt. So thank y'all so much. We greatly appreciate you. And I just really actually enjoy doing these shows. It's kind of pretty therapeutic, you know what I mean? It's kind of like providing value to you in ways that if you're not able to see things from one perspective or from one lens, I can give it to you from my lens, and you can take it with a grain of salt on how you want to digest it. So thank y'all so much, man. Thank you for your support, and thank you for tuning in. And like I said, you can follow me on all my social medias, click the link trees and look at all my different social media content. Sometimes I play games on Kick and Twitch. You can watch me play different games or whatnot. And follow me on my YouTube channel as well, where I do workout videos and things like that to give you home workout ideas to keep you fit and keep you active, so you're not sitting around and doing nothing to eat Snickers and bonbons all day, although I am a Snickers fan. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. We're out of here, and until the next time, we'll see y'all later. Love ya. Peace.